Benjamin Franklin Gates, you are undertaking the duty of the family Gates to find the most spectacular treasure in history. It grew throughout the ages and moved across continents until it was hidden by America's founding fathers, who left clues to the treasure's location right before our eyes. The unfinished pyramid, the all-seeing eye, are telling us something. Keeping this treasure safe, Benjamin, is your destiny.
You're treasure hunters, aren't you?
We're more like treasure protectors.
All his life, Benjamin Gates has searched for a treasure no one believed existed.
Don't you get it, Ben? The treasure is a myth.
Dad, I refuse to believe that.
But what he thought was the final clue
108 years of searching and I'm 3 feet away.
is only the beginning.
The Declaration of Independence.
You think there is a treasure map on the back of the Declaration of Independence?
The map is invisible.
Why would we make this up?
Where's your proof?
We don't have it.
Riley, get down!
Did Bigfoot take it?
Word about the map is bound to get out. Ian's gonna try to steal it. 90 seconds. The only way to protect the Declaration is to steal it.
What?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ben?
From producer Jerry Bruckheimer and director John Turteltaub.
It is surrounded by guards and video monitors and little kids on their 8th grade field trip. You will go to prison, you know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, go!
Get out of there. Get out of there now.
He's got the bloody map.
The clues of 10 generations
There's more to the riddle.
will reveal a mystery 20 centuries in the making.
Who wants to go down the creepy tunnel inside the tomb first?
Tell me what the next clue is.
What do you see?
Nicolas Cage. National Treasure.
Alright, so that was the trailer for National Treasure. And the reason we went for that was because it had a 46% on Tomato Meter and a 76% on the audience score. That's one that you picked.
Yes.
So if y'all watched it and you didn't like it, you can blame him.
Hey, you know
But-
what? It doesn't even matter. I like the movie.
I did too. I'm more on the audience side. I actually put it up a little bit higher because who doesn't like history?
Well,
I know I kind
To
of rolled
me-
my eyes on that, but I really didn't mean to. I do like history, and it's pretty cool.
to me, it's one of those things. It's a new age fairy tale about old school shit.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And if you're one of a fan like I am, that thinks, for one, I just like Nicolas Cage. I'm just a Nicolas Cage fan. I always have been. But if you like a movie, something like that, then that's why I like this movie so much, because I want to believe stuff like that.
Yeah. Now,
Like,
do you
I want to
think
believe
if this movie came out today, it would still hold up as a brand new movie? I can't think of really anything that would.
I mean, it's something. It's already been done, but yeah, if they hadn't been done before and they brought it out today, I could very well see it.
I'm just saying, if there was no National Treasure,
yeah, I could
then
definitely
they
see
just
it.
said
And I think
now there's a National Treasure.
I think you get the same, if not higher, audience score.
Yeah.
But I don't know about your tomato meter, because these guys don't like anything that are good.
Well, that seems to be all that we're proving, yes, but yeah.
I mean, now I've agreed with them. Like on the very first one we did, the crazy
Bruce Willis movie.
Bruce Willis film.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
never again in my. Dude, I don't even.
By the way,
no.
our Howard the Duck was our first one. That's why.
Well, Howard the Duck. I'd watch 1,000,000 times over.
Yeah.
Watch it 1,000,000 times.
All right, so.
But yeah, this one.
In case you don't remember National Treasure, historian and codebreaker Ben Gates has been searching his whole life for a rumored treasure dating back to the creation of the United States. Joining an expedition led by fellow treasure hunter Ian Howe, Gates finds an ice-locked colonial ship in the Arctic Circle that contains a clue linking the treasure to the Declaration of Independence. But when Howe betrays him, Gates has to race to get the document ahead of his so-called colleague. Now, if you haven't seen it, the reason why he's racing to get it and to get him before him is because the Ian's going to actually destroy it, trying to get the map off the back of it, which hopefully you've seen it. So, and plus, most of the trailers showed him trying to, getting the Declaration of Independence, but that's only the beginning of the movie. Not the very beginning, but it's towards the beginning of the movie.
Oh, so, there's stuff like that I want to see. So
yeah, and it's very interesting how they use the dollar bill or the $100 bill and stuff like that. They incorporated a bunch of other things into it. It's really cool how they did that.
Yeah, they and it was quite well how they've done it, because they used actual footage or actual, pictures of the money, and how they incorporated it into the movie.
Of course, they didn't use the real Declaration of Independence, but they used a good fake of it. And I think if you actually touched it right now, it'd probably fall apart. So I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it's way old.
It is old, but it's still it's not made of what we make paper out of now.
Yeah, it's not paper like we know of today.
It's more of like an old school, like hemp and cotton. Yeah. So it lasts a while. But yeah, it's got to be handled very gingerly. I mean, just barely. You don't want to touch it. Like, you don't want to fuck with it.
What I meant was you don't want to handle it like they were in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have rolled up. No, it wouldn't have rolled up like that.
Yeah. So it's rated PG, some scary images, action and violence. It's action adventure, directed by John Turteltaub, produced by Oren Aviv and Jerry Bruckheimer, written by Ted Elliott and E. Max Fry. It came out in theaters November 19, 2004. It came out streaming May 3rd, 2005. Yeah, I guess that's all right. Huh. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes by Buena Vista Pictures. And then it has... I'll go lower. Sean Bean was the bad guy. He played Ian Howe. And let's see, the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. Oh yeah, he played Boromir. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
And
he's actually a pretty decent actor.
He played Eddard Ned. I said Neck. Eddard Ned Stark in Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else was he in case y'all don't know him from those? World on Fire. He was in 7 episodes of that. He played Mark Faba in Hitman 2, the voice. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, he was the narrator in a Civ 6 game. Dude, I didn't know that. That's cool. The Martian. He played Mitch Henderson. Jupiter Ascending. He played Stinger Apini. Robot Chicken. He was the voice of Heathcliff. Family Guy. He was the Portrait Griffin.
And look, we have one of them come to visit us during the podcast.
Oh, look at the puppy. I know it can't hear me, but I don't know I'm talking like this. Yeah.
How's that, baby?
Flight Plan. Captain Rick, whatever. Let's see. Alright, well, you get the idea who that is. Oh, GoldenEye. Alec Trevelyan. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, he was in GoldenEye too.
Patriot Games. Sean Miller. Well, he got around, man. All the way back to 1984 to now. All right. And then Justin Bartha, he was his partner, whatever, partner in crime, or Nicolas Cage's character.
Yep.
The Hangover, he played Doug. I'm trying to remember Doug.
Doug.
Which one's Doug in The Hangover?
Oh no, we haven't done that movie.
Oh, that was the main dude. That was the main dude that was getting married in The Hangover.
Matter of fact, I don't think I've watched that movie at all.
Dude, you gotta watch it. It's funny. It's hilarious. Yeah, he was the main guy, I think, that was getting married in The Hangover. That's who. Oh, God, I don't know why. Oh, I just figured since he was not the main character in this movie, he wouldn't be the main character in this movie, in the Hangover.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, I can't. But he's been in a bunch of stuff, but nothing that really rings a bell besides The Hangover. Failure to Launch, he was Ace. Yeah. But he started back in 1998. All right, now let's talk about Diane Kruger. She played Abigail Chase. Let's see, what else? Inglorious Bastards. She played Bridget Von Hammersmark. Robot Chicken. Westeros Detective, the voice. Let's see. I'll start at the bottom. Okay. Troy. She played Helen. She played Helen of Troy. No.
Helen of Troy.
Yeah. Nothing else that rings a bell, really. A Perfect Plan, she played Isabel. Let's see. The most recent thing was 2022 a movie called Marlowe. She played Claire Cavendish. All right, now Nicolas Cage. Everybody should know who Nicolas Cage is.
Only the most awesome actor in the world.
Oh, I want to say something that he was in recently, but you haven't seen the movie, and I don't want to get you mad at me.
Dude, he went from Raising Arizona, okay?
Yeah.
Only one of the greatest movies, I don't know, just... He went from Raising Arizona to, like... I don't know, Leaving Las Vegas. You know, completely just different characters. He was in Con Air.
He was even in a movie where he didn't say a word. What was that? It was the one where he was in... I'm trying to find it. There was a movie that... It was like a Chuck E. Cheese type of place. He didn't say a single word during the whole thing, but he starred in the movie.
He was in The Sorcerer's Apprentice. He was in Kick-Ass.
Oh yeah, he was kicking ass and kick ass.
I mean, you know, he's just done so many things. Running with the Devil. Primal. 40 years and has appeared in over 100 films,
All right.
thus making him one of the most prolific film actors of his generation. Dude, Nicolas Cage is a effing star. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds. He changed his surname to Cage, so that's not his real last name. Rumblefish, The Cotton Club, Birdie, Peggy Sue Got Married.
Willy's Wonderland.
Oh,
He did not talk whatsoever in that movie.
I remember that movie.
It was weird.
They don't mention it in here.
Yeah, there is not on here.
I mean, they mention Face Off, 8mm.
Yeah. Peggy Sue Got Married.
Bringing Out the Dead. Adaption.
Honeymoon in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving Las Vegas. Oh, Face Off. Oh, man.
Bad Lieutenant. Port of
Face
New
Off.
Orleans. Joe. Snowden. Primal. Running with the Devil.
Running with the
Yeah,
devil.
they don't mention. That's weird because they even mention like the Cotton Club and Rumblefish,
Yeah.
which were his uncle's. His uncle is the one that directed them, so he got he got out from that.
Yep.
And then he got
Gone in
picked up for
60
Raising
Seconds
Arizona.
was one of his best movies, I bet.
Oh no, Moonstruck is pretty
Con
good.
Air was.
Dude, Con Air, and The Rock. The Rock is is a hard one to beat. But Con Air, dude, Con Air and Face Off, both of those are some of his. I don't know, some of his best acting to me. But then he goes on to do a movie like National Treasure, and then he'll go do something like Gone in 60 Seconds. And then he goes, it's just he's versatile. He's a very versatile character.
Do you have Peacock?
Do I have Peacock? No. Why?
Hold on a second. Cause what?
I know you want to watch that damn movie.
Yep, I do. But it says it's not playing anywhere, so you're safe.
Okay, good. So I didn't want to watch it again.
You don't like that movie?
I don't love it.
I don't love it either, but I still think it's all right.
I mean,
his acting could have been a lot better in that movie.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you should know who we're talking to, or who Nicolas Cage is, because he's been in everything, and even in the movie that I can't say he was in recently. Hey, quit looking. Don't look at it. You don't want to know anything about that movie.
What movie?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm not looking.
Okay, good. Let's talk about some quotes in case people think they've seen it, but they don't really remember.
When are we going to get there? I'm hungry. This car smells weird.
Agent Sadusky, something I've noticed about fishing, it never works out so well for the bait. Sadusky, I'm still not against you, but I found door number 3, and I'm taking it, and he jumps in the river.
Why can't they just say, go to this place, here's the treasure, spend it wisely?
Oh, like in the trailer. Who wants to go down the creepy tunnel inside the tomb first?
Yep.
Do you actually know who the first person to suggest daylight savings times was? Benjamin Franklin. Well, he really enjoyed where he knew about the daylight savings time when they forgot.
Yeah. Like when he says, I'm so sorry I dropped you. I had to say the declaration. And Abby was like, no, don't be. I would have done exactly the same to you. He says, really? She says, yeah. Raleigh comes in and says, I'd have dropped you both, freaks.
Yeah. Dude, he had me rolling on that one. Meet me at the car. Call me if you have any problems. Like if we get caught and killed? Yeah, that would be a big problem. Take care of her. And they both, Abigail and Riley both said, I will.
A lot of them are just really, really long.
Yeah. How about when Riley flips out after seeing a dead, frozen body, and he goes, you handled that well.
They're like early American X-ray specs. Benjamin Franklin invented something like these. I think he invented these. They look like something he would invent.
He's got the bloody map.
Riley, can you hear me? Fortunately, yeah.
And at the end, someone's got to go to prison, Ben. And then he sets the other guy up. Or he didn't set him up. He's like, oh, go get this guy over here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do some trivia. There's not very much trivia, which I figured this movie had a lot.
Well, it includes footage from the first filming allowed in the Tower of Philadelphia's Independence Hall.
Oh, yeah? John Adams Gates, portrayed by Christopher Plummer, explains the all-seeing eye on the back of the U.S. $1 bill to the grandson, Benjamin Gates. In The Man Who Would Be King, Rudyard Kipling, also portrayed by Christopher Plummer, explains the Freemasons as a brotherhood of man under the all-seeing eye of God.
When Ben and Riley are talking on the steps in front of the Lincoln Memorial, the water in the reflecting pool was digitally added later. The pool had been drained for maintenance at the time of filming.
Diane Kruger and Sean Bean both appeared in Troy, which was also released in 2004.
Oh, here's some. The movie suggests that something is written on the back of the Declaration of Independence. It is true that something is written on its back. The writing on the back of the Declaration of Independence reads, Original Declaration of Independence dated 4th July 1776, and it appears on the bottom of the document upside down. While no one knows for certain who wrote it, it is known that it is early in its life. The large parchment document, it measures 29 3/4 inches by 24.5 inches, was rolled up for storage, so it is likely that the notation was added simply as a label. But that's cool.
Yeah.
So there is something written on the back of it. So sometime when they stored it, somebody wrote that on the back so they could just pick it up and see what it was real quick and then put it back in there. Cool.
Now, the film claims that Charles Carroll was a Freemason. This is untrue, as Carroll was a Roman Catholic. Not only was he a Roman Catholic, he was also the only Catholic man to sign the Declaration of Independence.
When Gates is purchasing a replica of the Declaration of Independence in the gift shop, on the counter next to the register is a stack of books. The book is The Secret Agriculture of Our Nation's Capital by David Oveson, and it is about the Masons and the building of Washington, D.C. Oveson also wrote Secret Symbols of the Dollar Bill, and U.S. currency is used as one of the clues in the film. Huh. I might have to go look at that book. On the DVD, director John Turteltaub says the initial rough cut was around 4 hours long.
Wow. When Ben, Abigail, and Riley are seen entering Philadelphia, they are crossing on the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, a nod to the Founding Fathers theme in the movie.
According to many references, no cameras are allowed in the National Archives due to the flash affecting the document.
The beginning of the movie was filmed in Utah by Soldier Reservoir.
Ben Gates wears a Rolex Submariner Date diver's watch, which has a price of $8,550. He uses it as collateral in the clothing store to inspect a $100 bill, which he just paid. So that's okay. That's messed up.
Harvey Keitel wears a red tie with the eagle, globe, and anchor symbol for the United States Marine Corps. Keitel was actually was a Marine. He enlisted in 1955 at the age of 16. Now, one can purchase National Treasure at the actual National Archives gift shop.
Before the movie got its rating, it was under the Touchstone Pictures banner, which is part of Disney. When the film got its rating, which is PG, it was then put under the Walt Disney Pictures banner, as it is clear that it is a more family-friendly movie. So until it got the PG rating, they didn't have it under the Walt Disney banner.
Yeah.
But after it did, then Walt Disney. That's kind of cool, I guess. Which Disney has a pretty freaky movie out. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's enough of that. So now, do you think this is a movie you'd watch a lot?
Yep.
Sometimes, every once in a while, once every 10 years, 20 years, what?
I'd watch it all the time. I just like the movie. Every time it's on there, if I see it on, I watch it.
What kind of mindset would you suggest somebody going in and watching this?
It's a family-friendly movie.
To actually enjoy the movie, would they have to be 10, 20, 40, or would they just have to leave their brain at the door? I don't think they have to really do anything.
I don't know. It's to me, it's an any age movie. It's just a family-friendly any age movie. Anybody could watch
I don't think you really have to park your brain. I don't think you have to be a certain age. There's historic stuff in there. If you don't know a bunch of this stuff, you're gonna learn something. So, I don't think you really need to do anything. And I don't think there's anything change. Some of the tech, breaking in and stuff might be different. I don't know. Might be better. I don't know, but I'm not a thief, so I don't know. But yeah, I think if you want to, you can go sit down and watch it right now, and no problems if you've never seen it. So.
Yep.
All right, so I think that's about it for this week. Unless you got something else.
No, I don't think so.
All right, so So next week we will watch Ghost Rider. No, I'm joking. Is that the movie that you knew I was talking about?
No.
Oh, what movie did you think I was going to say?
The one where Nicolas Cage doesn't say anything.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Ghost Rider.
No, I didn't know that one. But that's a good one. I like it.
We'll save that for some other time to see if the critics are freaking wrong and the audience are wrong. But no, I'm actually thinking about going back further. I don't know if you've seen this recently. This is back 1985. It's a movie called Clue.
Clue.
Have you seen
I
Clue?
can watch Clue. I have seen Clue.
All right. Well, it's a 69% on Tomato Meter and 86% audience score. I just was wondering if it's a movie that you can actually see today, if it's still held up, or So I figured we'd visit that, and this is on Prime. Let me double check and make sure. I know it's on Prime, but let's see, Fubo, Paramount, MGM. I didn't know MGM. That's a new one. Okay, so there you go. So
I'll have to figure out. I'll just see if I have all that where I can watch it.
So until next week, Have fun watching the movies.
As always.